Alright. Stuff's raising. I'm kind of feeling it too. It's coming to a closure. For a little bit. Okay. Why did they lay out? Well, yeah, okay. I can't. No. Doesn't make sense that they laid out two. If they would have laid out one, I would have loved that even more. Is this their idea of being considerate, or are they teasing us? They even freaking put blankets over the window. They told us we could go ahead and use this room on the second floor of the Kumomiyagura, the room I stayed in during the summer camp. There are two futons nicely laid out ahead of time. I'm thankful, I suppose, but when they are set out for us like this, it feels kinda... By the way, where is Sachi-san? On the table in the corner, these two... I fucking love these two. Those two casually left tissues and wet wipes. All their experience kind of makes their preparations here seem a little graphic. I love these two. We killed time in the track team club room after that, and it's just around midnight now. That's what I love, by the way. Also, by the way, if you see in the background, if you see the room being lit up blue. Okay, of course it's red now, but if it's lit up blue, I fucking love that. It's just, I don't know, it's like a blue lit, dim lit blue room is just completely beautiful. Which just sounded kind of like this. I think the next color actually should be blue. Around 7, a teacher had come to make sure that the rooms were empty. There we go. Mom's spaghetti. And she came around again at 9 to make sure all the doors were locked. We'd gotten through both checks by keeping quiet. Megami was totally carefree, of course, saying it's like we're in a spy movie. Easy for her, but my heart had been pounding non-stop, worrying about what we'd do if she found us. Did you hide in the lockers, though? I mean, you don't have to if you are in one of those rooms, I guess, but I mean, better safe than sorry. Then, thinking we probably had the building to ourselves, we climbed up to the second floor room. I'd lit a small lamp, hoping that the light wouldn't leak outside as long as we kept the curtains closed. Oh, I thought that was actually, you know, Matsuri and Inamoto's doing, that they hung up the blanket. And this is how we found the room. Kind of a shame we didn't get much from them. Like now now I can see why people love them so much. Please don't comment on the things on the table. I don't think I'd be able to explain. Well, they don't need it. I mean, Sachi-san and Megumi don't need it. Sachi-san suddenly went quiet after looking around the room. Shouldn't one, like, whoever is gonna take Hina, which is probably gonna be Megumi, shouldn't you just possess Hina just so that she knows how it feels? You know, not to be weirded out right off the bat? I don't have any words either, I mean... Yeah, it's the awkward silence. After this we'll be, what should I do? How do we get started? Do I say something? What should... Well, it's actually not your doing, it's like those two that have to get going. While I was debating with how to proceed, Hina tugged on my arm. It's getting to the weird part. Ugh. Let me guess, Sachi and Megumi also stare at her demanding an answer? You can't just ask that bluntly. Why is Hina acting just like she usually does? I never mind. Sachi-san quietly giggled beside me as all my blood went rushing into my head. Oh, you couldn't just stand there, so Hina and I sat down on the futon. Sachi-san and Megumi took places in front of us. I've been possessed a few times now, usually two of them have something they want to eat or somewhere they want me to take them. Those times I was just lending them my senses a little, but just once. We did an experiment, to see just how far their possession could go, and Megumi took over my body. It was an odd experience. I couldn't move a finger, but my body seemed to be walking around all on its own. That's why I would have said, like, We don't even know if it works with Hina, you know? It's not even like haven't even established that. I mean, Megumi said they could just possess like 2 persons and, you know, do it that way, but obviously that would be without the person's consent, and they obviously don't want to do that. But yeah, they haven't even established, like, number one, they haven't even established if they could possess Hina. Maybe she has a mystical barrier or something. We don't know the rules. And number 2, they should have just, when they were on top of the roof, like one of the 2 days when Hina announced them, that would have been the perfect time when Megumi or Sachi-san should just possess Hina just so that she's not freaked out right away, right? I think that would have been better. Once was enough for me, and I made them swear never to do it again. But today I'm going to be possessed like that once again. I proposed this and I'm prepared, but I'm still a little scared. In a few moments we are going to be possessed by spirits, and then Hina and I. I reflexively grabbed her hand. Oh. Hina's eyes were fixed right on Megumi, who was sitting across from her. They were clearly focused on her. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's awesome. So direct still. Suddenly we are doing introductions again. The pace sure has gotten a little mixed up, but now it's nice and relaxed like Hina. I feel a little less nervous now too. The girl really is amazing. Does she? What? Really understand what we are going to be doing, or that she's really seeing spirits right in front of her. I mean, yeah, she's always freaking direct, I guess. Even at those times. And she's going to be possessed and we're going to have sex. She's looking at Megumi's hairstyle like all of that means nothing to her. That's true, yeah. Yeah, the tension's really evaporated. If she's doing this on purpose, then Hina really is incredible. Probably not. I doubt she is though, which is still pretty incredible. They haven't. Much. How do you let a ghost possess you? You T-pose. As I've anticipated, Sachi-san is gonna take over Yuna's body, and Megumi is gonna take over Hina's body. I guess. Yes. They said Sachi-san approaching me and Megumi moving toward Hina. They pulled right up to us and got in close like we were about to kiss. The moment I closed my eyes, I suddenly felt the weight lifting from my body. Okay. Not sure where we get that, but alright. No, this isn't the weariness or fatigue. It's a nostalgic sensation, that's right. A sensation I remember from when I was alive, when I still had a body of my own. Oh, they tried to build up the tension also. I looked down at my hands. Even those tiny movements had weight to them. What I saw were my own hands and the sleeves of my black uniform. Oh, so okay, so it's not even like Yuna's body, basically, I guess. Ah, okay. So it's still Yuna and Tina, but like Sachi sees her as herself, and Megumi sees her as herself and stuff. There was a voice from beside me, my beloved Megumi's voice. I turned around and saw her there in her white uniform with her hazel hair, my sweetheart with her adorable face. Megumi was looking at me too, and she broke into an absolute stunning smile. Her face, her figure... Fuck. It's so familiar to me, yet somehow it feels so new to see her with those borrowed bodies. And my heart is positively soaring. If I reach out, I'll be able to touch her. That's all it is yet. Door is closed, I don't know. Probably the wind. Nope, sorry. This freaking game almost had me like tears flowing twice, if you probably heard it in the staggering in my voice. We have physical, because you know, I think now also. Hold on a second. I've cried on camera twice for the fucking Walking Dead. This might be the third time, but the problem is... Shit. Now that I think about it... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Not yet. Not yet. We have experienced so much with all the couples, and now to have it all end is a little bit sad. Shit. Okay, let's get to the thing. We have physical bodies now, bodies with which we can touch and know each other. Bodies which we've buried from Yuna-san and Hina-chan. Let's just concentrate on the task at hand first. Fucking get the fucking tissues ready, man. Okay, I'm armed now. I'm armed now. Let's get going. I searched for Yuna-san as I asked Megumi. Part of me worried that losing sight of her would mean never being able to return her body. Oh yeah. I sifted through my consciousness for her. It's a little bit like Insidious. Hold on a second. Okay. And when I closed my eyes in the corner of my mind... Ah, okay. That's how possession works, I guess, okay. I found Yuna-san floating with her eyes closed and her body limp. So they got that moment all for themselves, which is awesome. I breathed a sigh of relief. I should be able to return her body when she wakes after all. Exactly. True. That's true, yeah.
だってそれは仕方ないことだったんですよ。今は
But I mean, you can't tell me like they have been at the school for like how many years now? 70 years or something like that. They have been quote unquote haunting the place for, let's say, like 50 years or something. You can't tell me that that there was never a fucking, in all those times, that there was never a fucking couple that got it on in school during those 50 or 40 years that they have. That can't be a thing. There had to be a couple that got it going on at the school gates. At school gates. In school, on school grounds, where they could have found it out how to do it. You know? Can't tell me that wasn't a thing. But yeah.
私もめぐみと二人っきりがいいわ。幸さん。
Megami leaned into me. I pressed my hand softly to her cheek and raised her chin just a touch. Here we go, fellas. And brought our lips together. The feel of Megami's lips against mine, what I've dreamed of for so long, they're soft. I can feel the warmth pouring out where our hands meet on her lap. Our lips parted and I opened my eyes once more. Megami's eyes reflected mine as they drew open at the same time. It's something we have done so many times, yet no kiss we'd ever shared before felt like this. The sensation seemed to travel from my lips to my chest, where I felt a tightening, I felt a heat, and I felt my pulse quicken. These feelings. Ooh, take a breather. This is not gonna be a game that breaks me again. Even that was unknown to us, since we'd become spirits before we'd learned of kissing. All we'd known was that a kiss meant pressing your lips together, so we'd brought our faces close to each other, close enough to touch. We were happy just to do that, and it was enough for Megami to feel precious to me, but I'd never feel my chest tighten like this. I've never felt this happy. And my heart would not be soaring like this if it weren't for the body I inhabit now as well. I thought back a moment to those days I spent merely gazing at her. Yet these feelings, they must be the same as what I experienced then. Megami leapt into my arms, into my waiting embrace. We kissed again and the sensation raced through me once more. Megami pulled back slowly, even the loneliness I felt in that instant stung somehow pleasantly in my heart. Don't worry, fellas, that was just the wind. The words stabbed into my heart.
こんなこと思っちゃうなんて。
That's the honesty of Megami, though. Like, she wouldn't do that, but she thinks about it, and I probably would have been the same.
やだな。ユナに
Nah.
呆れられそう。サチさんに嫌われそう。
そんなことないわ。
I softly stroked her cheek.
嫌いになんてなるわけないでしょ。
Yes, all I feel for you is love, Megami.
でも
私も同じことを思っているわ。きっとめぐみの方が少しだけ。
Yes, I'm sure I'd feel the same way, think the same thing now that I know these
で
feelings.
もめぐみはちゃんと分かっているわ。それが許されないことを。
Yep.
だから言ってくれたんでしょ。言葉に出して自分を戒めたんでしょ。
Right.
そうなのかな。
ええ、そうよ。
It's because you are this way that I love you, Megami.
ねえめぐみ、
Don't give me any more narrations. Shit.
初めて言葉を交わした日のことを覚えてる？
Oh, sorry.
私、あの時はまだあなたのこと何も知らなかった。あなたも私のこと何も知らなかったでしょ。
We'd only seen each other until then. It was only when you became a spirit like me that we were about to converse.
でも私はあなたを好きになれた。あなたも私を好きになってくれた。私たち恋人同士になれたわ。はい。それからずっと長い間二人で過ごしたわね。そして少しずつお互いのこと分かってきて。
Looking down over the school from the roof all the while, we spent our time together watching the lives of the girls going to the school.
それでも私、あなたのことずっと好きでいられたわ。可愛い私の恋人だって。
God damn it.
私もサチさん。
ね、そうでしょ。ついこの間までお互いに言えなかったことさえあったのにね。
I'm not crying on this. No, no, I'm not.
その秘密を打ち明け合っても変わらなかったわ。だから今こうしていられるのよね。
Not doing it.
もう一度言うわ。
Ah,
めぐみ、私あなたに会えてよかった。
fuck, stop it. Ah, god damn it, man.
サチさんに会えてよかった。好きになってよかった。
I'm getting a narration, don't I?
いつまでも一緒だ。めぐみ。
Ah, shit.
ずっと一緒です。サチさん。
Yes, together forever, wherever we go, forever, however long that is. Let's stay together. Today, now, and from now on. Someone dropped some onions. God damn it.
サチさん。
I lay on my side, my chest over Megumi's.
めぐみ。
Kissing her cheek, I traced my hands down her body.
サチさん。
Megumi entrusted everything to me, so I touched everything of hers. Ever since Yuna-san started helping us, we've we've reached out to all sorts of girls, praying that their feelings would be heard and returned, and be returned. We spent all our days like that. But they were all much stronger than we'd imagined. They were so strong that it seemed they might not even need our help. They conveyed their feelings to each other even through their doubts and stumbles, and they cemented those feelings into unbreakable bonds. And they joined deeply together, the two of us watching. First Megumi. She saw Umi-chan and Sasa-chan join in the broadcasting room over the summer camp. With the hesitation of uncertainty, they touched each other timidly. Next, me. On the day before the school festival, I saw Maki-chan and Miki-chan join in their hideout in the inner building. Maki-chan mustered up her courage and Miki-chan accepted her. On the night of the school festival, Megumi saw Sono-sensei and Kiri-chan become one in the math club room. Yeah, that was awesome. Sono-sensei gently guided Kiri-chan through it. And the two of us. We've watched... both of them. Yuka-chan and Aki-chan join in the drum watchtower above the main gate. We watched Matsuri-chan and Miyu-chan confirm their feelings for each other in the track team club room. We watched. All of them. They each fought to convey their feelings, accept those feelings, and become one. Okay. And we learned how to join our hearts and bodies together like this. Good that we get closure on who watched who. Megumi's voice cracked as she called out to me, begging for my attention. So I granted it. Megumi reached her arm around my shoulders and she clung to me. The sensation of embracing each other, of our touching skin, filled me with so much heat. There was a heat in Megumi's skin as well, and the breaths from her mouth and in her voice. No matter how much we kissed, no matter how much we touched, the heat within me wouldn't calm, it only grew stronger. So I left myself to that heat, and I slid my hand down the curves of Megumi's stomach to her most precious place. Oh, I thought you did already. I whispered into her ear as I touched her. That's a little aggressive tone that I freaking like, by the way, in these scenes. Megumi's womanhood, somewhere only I can touch. And the truest place to confirm our love. No, Matsuri and Inamoto said you don't have to. Oh, yeah, okay, because yeah, you would share, yeah, okay, I know now, because they have Hina and Yuna's body, yeah, right. It would merely take parting the soft skin. There were girls who did so, but yep.
キスもしてあげる。あなたも私に触ってキスをちょうだい。大好きなめぐみ、愛してるわ。
私もサチさん大好き。愛してる。
Our lips met, our tongues entwined. It felt as natural as breathing. As our tongues touched, Megami's seed seemed to pour into me. So many kisses, filling in for all the words we'd said before today. So many touches, with all the feelings we'd built up for tonight in them. All the days we've spent together, these 30 years with you. And this last half a year. Let us become one, Megami. I love you, I'll always love you. I won't let go. Let's. Become one. Your voice, my voice, heightened, breaking short at the end. A deep sigh brushed my ear. Our heat mixed together, came apart, and faded away inside us. She's right next to me, yet Megami's voice sounds somehow far away, perhaps hidden in the afterglow of our joining. A bit unsatisfied at that, I took Megami in my arms again. See, you're still beside me. At my side.
私もよ。
サチさんとやっと結ばれることができたんだ。
ええ、そうね。
夢みたい。
夢じゃないわ。ほら。
I kissed her gently on the lips.
ほら、わかるでしょ。
She nodded and returned the kiss. I accepted it.
よかった。本当によかった。私、サチさんと 結ばれた。
ええ、
ちゃんと初体験できた。こんな幸せな、
ええ、
やっと
Yes, at last.
最
最
後に
後に。
Okay.